if you guys are looking for cheap and reliable FC25 Ultimate Team coins to upgrade your team, then get yourselves over to FIFAcoin.com. They've got loads of great discounts and giveaways, and you can also get an extra 5% discount when you use my code Martain. Link will be in the description. Hi guys, Martain88 here, and welcome back to another Eafc 25 video. Now, so having a look at how to beat Ultimate. I've done a couple of these, but hey, let's give you a refresher. Why? Because I've just done a video asking the question, can we get top 200 squad battles now? And I believe the answer is yes. The reason I believe that is because this time of year, generally, the cheaters and the hackers that normally fill the top 200, they start to dwindle away because the appeal of, of the rewards and the coins are much less, quite frankly. So if you are somebody that likes their squad battles and wants that badge of honor of hitting the top 200, I think it can be done now. Yeah. So I've got some gameplay here for you against a high rated Ultimate team, and I'm going to upload my tactics as well. So I'm going to go through this non-face cam. It's just a little bit easier for me to focus on the gameplay. And yeah, I hope it helps you out. I hope you enjoy it. Any questions, get in the comments. Okay, thank you Facecam M88. Right, okay, so yeah, these days where we have much better teams, playing Ultimate is a completely different kettle of fish, we have the attributes to take them on a hell of a lot more, yeah? And really what we're after is we need to be fast, we need to be tricky, and we need to be sensible in defence. Okay, so you see here, I've won the ball, now we need to break. Let's go, let's go, let's go. We do that, get it to the centre mid, looking for the runners, and then we bury it. Now, in terms of, I said, we're looking for the runners, that's partly down to the tactics, which I'm going to upload in literally is my next video. So maybe watch that and then come back to this and see how it works. But it's also down to triggering lots of runs, okay? Against Ultimate squad battles, you need movement, you need players moving, and just in squad battles generally, Situations like this are important, even though they don't seem it, because this is where a lot of you lose the ball and concede stupid goals. You've really got to try not to. However, to try and get that top 200 place, or to, really get good scores on Ultimate, we have just got to be trying to score the goals. Yeah, remember, it's about scoring 5 goals. Yes, we would like to keep a clean sheet, but it's not, everything. It's a luxury. If you're scoring 5 goals against Ultimate, then you're in the points, so to speak. You'll notice that defensively, I am pushing them out wide a lot. At the moment, I've got this left back Almer on. He's mustard. He is absolutely perfect for squad battles. And you can see that once the goalie got it, how quickly we then broke and were away. And you can see here, actually really unlucky to score. I was a bit annoyed about this. But every opportunity that I'm creating realistically is coming from breaking very, very quickly. Yeah, and that's why I always say we need quick, agile, tricky players, because we need to burst forward and break, as fast as we can. We don't want a slow build up. So sometimes you will find yourself in this type of position, okay? And I find that the best way to score when they're like this is exactly what I'm doing here. Get yourself to the byline, pin them back, and then find a good ball into the box. For some reason, my midfielder completely missed it, and that kind of screwed my move up. But if you play that ball into that central midfielder, then you're looking just to play an easy ball into the box and hopefully twist, turn, shoot, and you will score goals that way. I'll often play it inside the box and use some technical dribble. That really works well against the AI, and they don't really seem to, be very good at that. Okay, so see here, we've managed to pinch the ball off them again. Away we go, quick counter-attack. I'd like to think that one of the things that you've noticed about my gameplay here is that we've been really quite clinical. Yeah, you get those types of opportunities, and they've got to hit the back of the net, because you know, games are shorter now, and you really don't get as many opportunities as you used to. Is the long and short of it, you know. So yeah, when we do get some chances, they've got to hit the back of the net. Now, I've missed one or two in this match already. I had one with Jesus that I said annoyed me, and I had one with Hansen. Now, you're going to see in the second half why that was probably a big deal. Yeah, because what tends to happen is the AI will play differently throughout the whole match. And I'm not going to say that it's been easy, but you know, there's been enough breaks for me to take advantage of so far in this game, you know. But the game will always swing the other way at times, you know. So, see, another attack here. So close. Corner kick. Now, a lot of you ask about corner kicks. Have a look at this. This is how I approach corner kicks. Yeah, and you want to be a little bit smart with, you know, who you've got. But like I said, this is the difference these days with the types of players that we've got. Everyone should be able to do that. Sometimes you will be able to just pass it into the box and finish it. Other times you'll be allowed to just run in with it and bury it. Yeah. So I'm 4-0 up here against an 89 rated team. I think it was 26, Kem. So it's as good as. Some of you, I'm sure, will be nitpicky and go, oh, it's not Fulker, but this isn't a bronze team with no chemistry, yeah? And so I just need that 5th goal to finish it off. But it's always, you know, it can be a bit of a battle, you know? And I've had many situations where I've got 4 goals, taken my foot off the gas, and don't end up getting the 5th, and it's really annoying, and that will... You know, that will make a big difference against Ultimate, you know. So, it's still foot to the floor, and that's still my biggest priority, is to get to the 5 goals rather than the clean sheet. If I manage to nick the 5th goal, then I would be able to keep a clean sheet, because I'd just keep the ball. But, you can see, like here, I've just moved out with Jesus, and that cost me, probably, because there was a one body less inside the box. But you'll see, when I do actually get my 5th goal, why I did that. Because ultimately, I'm thinking about scoring rather than keeping the clean sheet. Yeah, if I really wanted to, I probably could have kept that out. But that's not the priority. The priority is getting the 5th goal. And you'll see how the game has changed slightly in this second half. Because you'll see, I'm probing, and it's just not quite happening like it was in the first half. That just happens sometimes. It's like real life football. You know, sometimes their performance levels go up and down. Sometimes things that you try work, sometimes they don't. And so it's quite important to know that, and it's important to take advantage when you get moments to take advantage. Yeah. So it's another corner. I want to show you again. So do I do it again? No, not on that occasion. I don't have time. Okay. Right. So this particular point, all I'm thinking about is breaking. That's what I want to do. You know, and corners are a really good situation to do that. And normally, you can just bring your goalie out, catch it, and off we go. So, in a weird way, when it goes out for a corner, I'm not really that fussed. You know, it's not a bad thing. But you can see situations like this where, you know, the layout of the players wasn't quite how I wanted it to, you know, to get the 5th goal. But you have to keep pushing and probing and doing the right things. Now, okay. This is important. This is going to go out for another corner here. Let's just wait for it. Yeah. Now, against Ultimate, I believe this is very important. Yeah, you've got to make your substitutes. I always substitute the fullbacks if I can, because they do a lot of work with the way that I defend. And I like to replace forward players as long as I feel that I have the quality coming on for them. Yeah. Which I don't quite have, you know, in all honesty, but I've put 3 on there, and you'll see, 4, and you'll see they make the difference. Now, you can see that I dragged one of the players out from the corner, And he lays it off for Coman, who I triggered the run of, and that scores the 5th goal. And that is the difference between Legendary and Ultimate. And it's me that scored that goal. The game did not give that to me as well. You watch that back. When I got the corner, I drag one of my players away up the pitch so that when the goalie catches it, I throw it out to him. While it's in the air, we've triggered the run, we're through on goal, we get our 5th goal, happy days, and that's the end of the game. Yep. So we've just fast forwarded there. I did concede another goal because I wasn't sure whether I was going to try and get the shots on targets and show you guys that, but yeah, just thought stuff it basically. Anyway, you'll see here that we get 3,000 points, which is more than enough for top 200 if you can do it. Hopefully that helps you out in some way, guys. If it does, drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys very, very soon. See you later, guys. Bye bye.